marker there saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Now from inside the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Finds his man, it's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Allison Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And he's going to run it back. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run the option. The pitch. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play.
Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Reed. Checks it down to his running back. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's looking for an open man on second down. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Oregon! The defense with the scoop and score.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Brown. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Football on the bad pitch.
Oh, my goodness.
They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
How about the defender being a
Boom.
heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention on practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now improvising. He'll pull it down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Reed. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. First down here for the offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Caught close to the marker, it's Jordan. Touchdown Ducks! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, the defensive coordinator is pulling his hair out on the sidelines after that one because they had everybody covered initially. They just couldn't get home to the quarterback. He had over 5 seconds to throw that football. The defense has to do a better job affecting the QB moving forward, or they're going to get lit up in this game.
They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Y'all,
the
please.
last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's 2 options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football, be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
And he's knocked down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throwing right. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to find his man on 1st down.
Go outside.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming.
Go. Sit down. Sit down. See.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with it.
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. They'll immediately call timeout, and they'll try to tack on 2. He'll set up to throw. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Oh, they had the screen all set up on 1st down, and he couldn't make the catch. After the misfire now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Smashes ahead. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Reed. He's going for it all. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to scramble. He'll fire to his right. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll run it to the right side. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he wants it all. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Headed
to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Got his man to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a...
Going for it all. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. It's a reverse. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Look great in this split show by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still
fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. And this team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The Ducks will kick it away first. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer against this athletic front.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested, with the offense throwing it vertically downfield. You saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Dropping back, it's Pennington. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage at the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're fit.
Hey, that's a live ball. Oh, look Look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now on the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Pennington. They're working that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stuff.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Snap in the shotgun. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Here comes the 2-point try. The option look. He'll toss it. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Martin. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Dropping back, it's Reed. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excited.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They're scrambling to get to the line quickly for this big fourth down attempt. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going.
Touchdown, NC State! What a catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it! The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, NC State.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Pennington. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A first down for the offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Ducks in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Sampson. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you were obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there and try to make a big play and catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads to the right. The completion's well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Ducks are marching down the field. Unloads quickly. And is slipped out. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Back to throw, it's Pennington. Trying to get to it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, And then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
I need to fix this.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Floating away. The throw. Got a man. It's Stewart. And he'll be brought down. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He'll try to do it himself. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Snares it outside. It's Stewart. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. On 3rd down, going up top. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they're barely able to stop the score. They'll mark it at the 1. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Why not double the try total and go for 2? On the option. Now the pitch. He's back in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It followed the touchdown as he single-handedly is trying to keep them in it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. He'll pitch it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Back to throw, it's Pennington. Feeling some heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. But because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
He wants a big play here late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
mustard and bullshit and barbecue sauce on it. Chicken nugget from King from the back.